Learn to be super successful. Subscribe to my channel, Meathead.
But I mean, whether he stays forever or he doesn't, right now, in the present, he's given us a latitude to do things that are extraordinary. He's cut the tape on this, he's cut the red tape on that. He hasn't done it maybe in such a nice way, but his legacy is that, not unlike Jobs, he changed the world of finance for us, guys like him and me. But if you don't take advantage of it, kids, he might as well not have attempted the things that he's done. So we'll see. I know he gets a lot of sidebar advice that maybe isn't necessarily productive, but on whole, he does. He's done a lot of things to shorten the bureaucracy of Washington D.C. And then bringing in somebody like Elon to stir the pot of shit. And Elon doesn't know what he's doing, but he's smart enough to realize whatever he turns over, and he's turning over a lot of rocks, some of which will stick and some of which won't stick. And so what will his legacy be? I don't know. I don't really care. What I care about is getting as many of you guys and gals across the goal line. And I've done a pretty good job, but I can do better in the next 4 or 5 years. But, I told you earlier, when the Walmart family and Elon and all these guys talk about creating jobs, I've created at least 25 million jobs, which all those other guys pales in comparison. I'll get credit when 150 years from now, but I'll probably have $5 or $6 trillion clocked up by then. And so that's more important to me. And my legacy is you guys getting wealthy, more of you getting wealthy. And it's quite extraordinary. And when I started, the goal, as funky as it sounded, $1 trillion to 1 million millionaires, really isn't that many. And so I get off on that, and I still do. Now, whether that's giving back, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't look at it that way, although I'm getting a lot of credit about that. I just want to produce as many wealthy people as I can. And I've done a pretty good job so far. But if you don't decide to pull the trigger, it's nobody's fault but yours. You can never say once you leave here, tonight or tomorrow, I come from this, I come from that, I didn't know how to do it. You can't say that anymore. You may say it at the country club or at the tennis club, but that's bullshit. You know how to do it. And whether you decide not to do it is your choice. It's your choice. And so it's my job, or I've taken on the job, to push you as hard as I can to make you decide. And it's like some of you have asked me about hardcore. Hardcore is the end of December, beginning of January. Most of you need it, whether you go or not. We have empty spots. It's up to you. But it's a MBA in 9 days, basically. I don't believe in MBAs, but an MBA in 9 days. And we have extraordinary results coming out of it. But it's up to you. We moved it from Christmas, not because of you, but because Sally wanted to go someplace over Christmas. And as of now, our kids are too busy. So hardcore is the end of December, the beginning of January. But we'll see. If you decide to go, that's fine. Tell Kim or Winnica. But you have the opportunity to, and you can on December 25th, you can do deals. If any of you call those guys that I've already, the only thing I haven't done is give you the phone number. We used to give you the phone number. We don't do that anymore. because none of you used it. None of you. The QLA seminar is not just a seminar. It is a blueprint for creating generational wealth as fast as humanly possible. I teach you how to turn nothing into millions, billions, and even trillions. If you want to take control of your life, to create a legacy that lasts for generations, the time is now. Do not wait for the right moment. The right moment is this moment. Be bold, be selfish, be ruthless, and take no prisoners. I will still do seminars, but I won't be able to do this forever. Act now or not at your own peril. Thank you very much. We used to give you the phone number. Who to call at Boeing? Who to call at General Motors? Who to call at Siemens? And none of you called. None of you. Who to call at ING? Who to call at Heineken? None of you called. We all know why you didn't call, don't we? As Dan Locke and Bruce the Whipple said in 2012, when they came back for a second exposure from me, Dan said, this is Dan Locke, who I've known since he was a little kid. This is fucking incredible, Mr. Peña. They want you to just go do the deal. I didn't believe him. I discounted that. But he was spot on. And he's doing great. He's doing great. Other questions?
What's the difference between this seminar and
Could
hardcore?
you hold the mic, please?
What's the difference between this one and the hardcore? This.
The difference between this and the hardcore?
Yes.
We go through 32 to 36 cases of real deals. And in some cases, we do the deals while you're here. That's the difference. And in some cases, I close the deal. When you finger fuck and you can't do it yourself. Or your group can't. We split you into 5, 6 groups. And like an MBA class. And, I can only take so much of you finger fucking that you can't do the deal. So then I get on the phone and I do the deal. And actually, I don't have to do that. I've only did it once the last hardcore. I had to close the deal myself. But you're embarrassed through guilt to do the deal.
Do we need to do some preparation before we come to hard work? Like
You need a new life. No, you don't. You have to bring. You don't have to do fuck. You bring 2 to 4 deals you're currently working on. That I'm putting it in my words. You can't close. And then we show you how to close them.
and sometimes you get pitched too, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. But your dad was there. Yeah, where's Tyson? Okay. All these black kids look alike to me now. I mean, your brother was there.
Did you sign that deal that he pitched you?
No, I didn't. But I signed a later deal, not that deal. And, well, I don't want to say, well, you're his kid, but I mean, he's got gifted ideas about healthcare that are 20, 30, 40 years ahead of the curve. And and those kind of deals are harder to sell. Doesn't mean they're impossible, because 1 or 2 of them he's still working on. But I mean, they're less easy. That's not good English, but they're less easy. But they're more potentially viable, meaning you can make more money. His 2 current ones that he's worked on a couple, 3 or 4 years. But the more lucrative deals that are, potentially worth more always take longer. Always take longer. Occasionally you get lucky and you knock it over the wall, much by serendipity. But if you're not, most people that come here aren't working on, like for example, Neom and Saudi. It was a big deal that's been looked at 50 times. And just because it's been worked on and looked at 50 times doesn't mean it's not doable. The sun comes up and something happens and you're able to get it done. And in this particular case, the king's nephew decided to put $500 billion in. That changes the complexion completely from not being able to raise a penny. And then somebody says, I'll put in $500 billion. I mean, to say that changes the ballgame is an understatement. And if you're not in the arena, you miss it. And most of you aren't in those arenas. Not most of you, all of you aren't in those arenas. And so I like that kid. Where is he now? It's like when I hired Kat 900 years ago. Where's Kat? I told her to make her offer. We don't know now. Well, you lived it, so I'm not going to repeat it. Where is she? Is she still alive? We don't know. Okay. Pardon? Yeah, well, anyway, 70 years later, here she is. And she drug her husband along. Where is he? Okay.
Dan, what's your favorite song?
My Way.
My Way?
Sinatra, Bon Jovi. Who the fuck's Bon Jovi? Frank Sinatra. And even okay, it's Warren Buffett's favorite song, and it's also somebody else's favorite song. Are you going to sing My Way? Well, no.
You say that oftentimes you say the big one's coming. How do we best prepare for that moment? And then when do you feel like it's going to happen?
Have 100 deals under your belt, seller finance, and accumulate cash. Now, vicariously, I have a bunch of deals to the extent I'm involved with you kids, and Sally and I have been accumulating cash for 20 years. I told you 2 or 3 days ago. Why have Microsoft and all these big companies accumulated hundreds of billions in cash?
So if you have a bank account full of cash, take it out?
No, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling anything what you do. I don't give a fuck what you do. But if you want to get ready for the big one, what bid fuck do you today? I forgot to ask.
It's fucking low.
Hey, I hate to beat a dead horse, especially when I'm right. Oh, thank you. About 20 years ago, I get a phone call here from a policeman in Amsterdam. And they said, do you know, yeah. What's wrong? How can I help? Can you verify her birthday? I don't know her fucking birthday. What's the problem? And so Winniger gets on the phone and says, I'm embarrassed, Dan, but I had nobody else to call. Are you in trouble? Kind of. I was doing my Christmas shopping. I'm walking down the road, and I had several bags of, Christmas gifts. And an old Muslim man was being beat up, by a young Muslim kid. And he was beating him, and his head was all split up. He was all bloody. So I walked by, and there's 40, 50 people watching. Nobody's helping the old man. And so I said, I already know what you was going to say. What did you do? I put my Christmas parcels down. I turned around and I took my 4-inch high heel off. And I came back and I beat him until his eye came out. Like this, his eye's hanging here. And then I continued to beat him. Did you kill him? I tried to, but the police pulled me off. So what do you need? I need to get bailed out. Okay, done. Quinnick is a tough cunt. Used to live under a bridge in Rotterdam, blah, blah, blah. Abused by everybody in her family. Not once, not twice, 40 times. And that's how she grew up. And she got to be a banker, a senior banker. That's when I found her. And she told me all the things that she had done, or she was accused of. I said, fine, no problem with that. And she hadn't gotten in trouble. She got 3 or 4 years before that, she got in a fist fight and broke somebody's jaw. And so she beat this guy almost to death. But nobody helped this old fucking Muslim. Nobody.